just going to sit here and wait. Right chair. Side there. One person. Hello, one person. Who are you? Who are you? Speak! Or not. There you are. Phone buzz, saw your face. Nice. Nice. It's a clickable face, is it not? How you doing, Eric? I hope you're well. Being all the way freaking up there in just communist country. I'm kidding. Or at least I think I'm kidding. Hello, person number 2. Who is number 2? Who are you? Nice, reading the things. Oh, it's Moose. What up, Moose? How you doing, buddy? Come in. Somebody knocked on my door. Hunter Kirk, what's up, brother? Hey, son.
Can I be done?
Is it empty? That's good enough. Go rinse your bowl, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My son, he just did not want to finish his bowl of soup. He finally did, though. It took him a while, but he got it done. It's true. Live in the People's Republic of Murderland. Yeah, you do. Hunter Kirk, how you doing, brother? Goodness. Man, it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah. Have y'all been reading your scriptures and stuff?
Also, can I watch my favorite show on my computer? It's just on Prime Video.
Are you using Mommy's internet? Go ask Mommy. I don't care.
Okay.
Had to take it all apart and fix it. Dang. Oh my gosh. Hold on. What?
What's your name?
You know what my name is. Go play, okay? Go play. The moment I start, haha, I read rooster? What? Temp is dropping, doing well here. Must be nice. Temp is only climbing. It's kind of dropped because of all the rain we've had, but that's all right. Loose connection to the control board. How did they get loose? Like, it's not like it's been jostled around. That doesn't even make any sense. But hey, if you want to come, oh, Roasterverse, gotcha. I see what you're saying. Moose, if you want to come hang out, bro, come on. If you're done with your roasting, that is. Or if maybe you can put it off. Or maybe I can come over there and we can smoke a stove. Man. Let me know. Yeah. I could get my Bible out. So I started something new today. Something I intended on starting a while back, but never did. But I feel like it's just ridiculously urgent now. I need to be doing this. not only for you guys, but for myself as well. But I waking up early, reading the Word, shooting videos, doing that. I started today the Proverbs challenge. That's fine with me as long as you don't mind the sound of roasting coffee. I don't care. So yeah, I started reading the Proverbs challenge, and we're going to do that. So tomorrow is Proverbs chapter 2. Looking forward to it, and the Father just dropping some wisdom bombs on us, seeing what kind of nuggets we can gather together. And another something I think we should do is read Psalms. And I should have internet here relatively soon. What, son? Mommy already said no. So the answer is no. Okay? Okay.
This is my favorite show I want to watch.
Okay, well you can watch it whenever Mommy says you can, or wait until we get the internet. That won't be a big deal. Okay?
He said that because her phone is almost dead.
Okay, well there you go. That's why.
I bet that it's not almost dead anymore. I'm going to check the battery real quick.
You don't trust Mommy?
What?
You don't trust Mommy?
I do trust her, but I'm
Trust
going...
but verify?
What?
You're going to trust but verify? Verify that Mommy's telling the truth? Hey, pick that up. I was holding my hand out so you could give it to me so I can throw it away. Not just throw it on the floor. I apologize. Go. Thank you, son. I love you. This guy of all guys is my guy. I love that kid. Of course, I kind of have to. But that's not why. Because he's genuinely awesome. He's freaking smart. He's really smart. But anyways, if y'all want to come with me, got an invite from the Moose to there we go. To go hang out over there. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright. Hi, baby. Huh? What I want? My wife just asked me what I'm doing. Field trip. Shut the door, fella. Shut the door. Oh, my goodness. Got some yard birds here. See my yard birds? Yard birds doing yard bird things. Roosting up all over the place. Doing the things that they like to do. Got my sweet tea. And, oh boy. That's what I'm doing. You're gonna have to turn the volume down now. Yeah. Hey girl. So I did not grab me a stove. Just making it ready. I know it is. What do you want? You want one? Hey, there's my chest, guys. Y'all like it? You dig it? Huh? 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 Carefree. Carefree. I know, it's okay to be weird. Hey, y'all remember this place, right?
Yeah.
Hey, remember that guy?
Hey guys.
He followed me. He must really like me.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, right? Savage Hunger, how you doing, man? I'm gonna have, if you don't mind, one of the Grand Habanos,
Okay.
and I'll give you.
Give me one too.
Boom! I'd like to get Bob over here and do a live stream with Bob. Bob would ever come over here. Dang it, my torch is in the truck.
Is that mine?
It's freaking cold.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, that AC.
Yeah.
Man,
It's like freezer in here. I brought my
Holy
sweatshirt in here and everything.
ow. Like, I am cold.
You can turn it off if you want. Just turn it on when you're chilly.
I think I will. My goodness.
turn it
It's
on.
like, my nipples are hard. They're getting there
When you're warm, you can turn it back on.
when I'm warm. My, good job on the AC, dude.
I know, it's not even that expensive. Packs a punch.
Well, praise
Black
you
and
all for
Decker, guys.
television.
Buy Black and Decker.
I'm surprised.
They know what they're doing when they make ACs.
You know what? That one statement is very interesting because Black & Decker has a oh wait, I want the torch. Black & Decker has like the reputation of poor quality.
Really?
Yes. So it's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Not
You
saying
should have,
that's
like,
the case for
frigid air.
everything.
Frigid Air does a pretty good job, but I'm so impressed with this AC. I'm digging it.
Oh yeah. Got your Moose Run 2-week refill notice today. Nice.
Yep.
So Eric got his refill.
Yeah, it
Okay.
just renewed again, so I'm gonna be roasting yours up shortly.
Cool. Man, you are awesome for supporting this guy. Like,
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
D&D used to make good stuff 40 years ago. Yeah, 40 years ago. But then I wonder if it's like management change or, I don't know, something along those lines because their quality was crap for a while.
It's probably all Chinese now.
Oh, it's all Chinese now. Something wrong?
Well, decaf.
Alright, guys. So, now, what's on your minds? Do y'all have a question for me? Do y'all have anything to say to me? Do you want to just
I got one.
tell me something? Good or bad, it doesn't matter.
I got a question.
What you got?
How do you know when it's persecution or just bad things happening to you?
Persecution versus bad things happening. Okay.
Or the Father teaching you something. I mean, obviously he's teaching us through the persecution, but like, you know what I mean?
The clouds are teasing rain. Garen Clakley, how you doing, brother? You just started a new job. Well, praise Yah, man. Good for you. Praise Yah for having a job in this political and economic climate. Matthew just started a new part-time job today, so praise Yah for that. Yeah, Moose over here, he's a new part-time employee of the old refuge. Cool. So that's cool. Art Goon Keys. You love my channel. Why? Well, praise y'all for that. Thank you. And so Matthew's question, Moose here, which he prefers Moose, everybody. So call him Moose. If I call him Matthew, call me out. Anyways, because you're interested in my work. Cool. Okay. To tack on the moose, father teaching versus enemy meddling. Okay, dude, good. Man, that's good. Okay, father teaching versus enemy meddling. So that's kind of hard to separate. It's really hard to separate. See, because the father has, he has a long history of using subcontractors. And he can just as easily use the enemy in terms of subcontracting work to teach you a lesson. And oftentimes, I'm sorry?
The ones over there. Sorry.
These?
Yeah.
Oh, you're good.
I'm gonna ship them out.
Oftentimes, the father teaching you is just as much a test as anything. You know, we're constantly going through things, constantly going through tests and trying to figure out, well, one, are you a complainer? That's a question that you need to answer. Because if you're a complainer, you need to cut that crap out. There is no room for that. Israel, they spent 40 years in prepping Torah EMT. Shalom, brother. I'm glad you're here. Israel spent 40 years in the wilderness. Why? Because they complained. Not only because they complained, but also because they were cowards. They operated in cowardice. Meaning, or not meaning, but even though time and time again the Most High was like, be strong and very courageous, and only Joshua and Caleb came back out of the promised land and gave a good report. Yeah, there's giants over there, but the freaking grapes are as big as my head. Let's go take that land because we can. The Most High is with
Incoming
us.
transmission.
And then the other 10 men were like, oh no, we were but grasshoppers in their eyes.
I wonder if that was literal.
Quite possible.
To a point, obviously, but
Well, I mean,
like, were they like 15
Matthew,
feet
take
tall?
this into consideration. The giants in the land were no shorter than this building is tall.
That's what I was thinking.
Which, this building tall is probably somewhere in the realm of, is it 12?
12, 15
So
feet,
from the
somewhere around
ground, I'd say it's probably approximately 13 feet that you've got it here. Yeah, that's not a small man. All things considered. And we also should not mix that idea of the father testing or the enemy meddling with the fact that we are all victims of circumstance. That is very true. And, you know, there's chain reaction after chain reaction after chain reaction. And Matthew, I don't mean anything about this towards you.
Oh, you're good.
Just
I've had a lot.
referring to your current circumstances, okay? But if you buy something that's old and busted, expect something to go wrong. You know what I mean? So that's circumstance. Not, oh, the enemy is attacking me. No, you just bought something that's old and busted. Like, it may have been in good shape, but you still don't know the history of this item or whatever the case may be. Like, things happen. Just because stuff happens does not mean that you're being attacked. We are all victims of circumstance. But like this, it's such a strong case to make about your mentality when it comes to life in general. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the things around me mean. Start with surface area. Like, look at face value, bro. You know, start there. You know, if I'm trying to diagnose in a car the symptoms, first thing I'm going to do is, you know, pull the codes. Take a look at the symptoms. Okay, this is what's happening. I'm misfiring. Okay, well, logic tells me that I need to change my spark plugs. Okay, well, it's kind of the same thing here. Like, things are happening. I'm getting a lot of attitude from people. Well, one of two things I need to figure out. Am I the issue, or am I doing something right that actually bugs them? Figure it out. Are you on the right page? Because, sometimes it could be that the enemy in others does not like the good in you.
Preheating.
Or it could be the exact opposite, where you just have a shitty attitude and you're getting backlash from it. It's hard to say. But if you are not constantly analyzing yourself, trying to figure this out and figure life out in general, I mean, we got to look at things objectively for what they are, not for how you feel about it. Because if you live your life geared by feeling rather than, or rather, perspective and discernment. Exactly, Badger. I mean, your perspective is a big deal, but we also, with that same concept, we have to realize that perception is reality. So the way I perceive something is my reality just as much as, and I hate the new age BS where you've got to live your truth and this and that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is another individual can have a different perspective on the same situation and that be their reality because of the circumstances that they're going through. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is any more or less valid than your perspective. Be flexible within yourself and be able to see from other perspectives. Absolutely. Yeah, we have to be able to. That's the whole point of OODA loop, right? Now, if you're operating with an OODA loop, then like that requires an objective mentality. Look at it for what it is, whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter whether or not the four-wheel drive locking actuator on my F-150 driver's side, it's going out. Is this an attack of the enemy? Probably not. I've got 140,000 miles on the truck and it just needs to be changed, right? So, like, logic. So, Matthew, what was your question specifically? So that I can get back to that.
How can you tell the difference? Like, I've had so many things happen to me this month. Like, as much as usually happens in a year, happened in one. Even this morning, or this afternoon, when I got back from work, I tried my roaster and it wouldn't turn on. It's like one thing after another, feeling. Thankfully, it's working. So
it seems like everything converging just all at one moment.
Getting sick, getting poison ivy, getting cellulitis, RV breaking, AC not working, hose breaking. Like, it's like a ton of stuff all at once.
Yeah. How do you tell the difference? Being in the moment, that's often hard.
Yeah.
But I think, in my personal opinion, thinking or having the mentality or choosing the perception that everything is an attack of the enemy, or some people go as far as saying bad things are happening, therefore I must be doing something wrong, is entirely not the case. And that is an unhealthy perspective to have. Now, that's not to say that, stuff happens. And oftentimes, the idea being when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
It could be that the test that you're going through is a mixture of one's circumstances, things that is essentially a position that you put yourself in, mixed with circumstances colliding together and allowing the Father, one, the opportunity to provide for you, or two, the opportunity to neglect you, or not necessarily neglect you, but not hear your prayers because you choose to complain.
Yeah. Definitely hard not to complain. You're good for a while, and then it's like, why? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I guess asking why isn't complaining, but
Asking why is not complaining, but I would ask you, would it be better to just spend time if you don't know what to pray and don't know what to do? First of all, I'll start with this. The Father truly desires to hear what your needs are. He wants you to talk to Him about the small stuff as much as the big stuff in your life.
yeah.
He desires to hear that. But in the very same token, sometimes it's beneficial, to just shut up and listen. Sometimes spending time in the presence of the Most High, you shouldn't be saying a word at all. So that's really only discernment that you can gain via experience as you grow in your relationship with the Most High. Take David, for example. How much does the why actually matter? Well, how much does closure matter? It's kind of hard to say. I mean, every personality is different. You'll be hard pressed to find me complaining. Legitimately, the reason being is because I hate it. I hate complaining. I hate complainers.
I have something to complain about. Me
I
too.
figured.
Ow.
And not trying to say anything about me, but honey, how often do I complain?
All the time.
Not very often. I, however, complain a lot, and I'm trying to work on that. It's bad. Hey,
Guess
look,
what I
we
have?
found Katniss.
Hey!
I have a jar of old.
But it
Giant
doesn't mean that I'm not going through stuff. It's just that I choose not to complain, because sometimes when you're complaining, you're choosing not to trust the Most High.
Or be content with what he's provided. Today, I felt like complaining about the RV, and then I thought about them being out of Egypt and into the wilderness, and then I was like, you should probably shut up now.
You bring me here to die.
Sorry. We're just gonna.
It just seems like soon
I
as we
already used
started-
that as a reference, but I mean, that's what they were saying
Nice
constantly to
chair.
Moses, weren't they?
Yep. all the
Did you
time.
bring us here to die? You brought us out of the land of milk and honey. You were in slavery in Egypt, and you're moaning.
Mm-hmm.
Even after the Father
Get more orders?
shown His mind multiple times, and how many times do we find ourselves in that exact same instance where the Father provides, He gives you exactly what you need in the exact moment you need it, and it's working. But this
Yay.
happened.
Mm-hmm.
I have no power.
Okay, so is this officially
I have no
Katniss?
water.
This is your
My
cat.
chickens are in my garden.
I need a boy.
Hey, you're picking on me.
But it's real. We just have to realize that sometimes we are actually victims of circumstance.
Yep.
Not truly the fact that, or not the idea that it is an attack of the enemy, but rather a situation that you put yourself in.
Or that just happens. I mean, we live in a fallen world.
Well, that was kind of the point. I used y'all's trailer, for example. You bought something, and don't take offense by it, but it's old and busted, right?
Yes, it is. That's why we
You
got it
don't-
for so cheap.
You don't know
That's
the
all we can
previous
afford.
history. You don't know how much trouble and turmoil it's been through. Though you kind of do.
But to that point, we bought it 2021, and guess what? Water damage in the first year. So,
That's true.
prime example of like it just stuff happens.
But does it mean?
What?
But does it mean that it is an attack of the enemy?
No.
Sometimes
Ew,
it's
oh,
just
I
stuff
totally know.
happens.
Yep.
And
Tell 'em that,
sometimes
Jeffy.
it's stuff happening and an attack of the enemy at the same time, and you can't tell the difference between what's what.
I only say that because as soon as we started to discover Torah and follow Torah, that's like just bombardment over
we made
and
it to
over
Missouri. Oh
and
look, our house
over
is
and
the
over.
most.
And before, when we're going through the motions, nothing. You know, bad thing here, you know, circumstances.
But very
As soon
minor.
as we decide to follow the Father, it's like
Exactly,
so
Savage.
beautiful.
The attacks seem to come hardest when you really start looking at doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Lone Star resonates with that, bro.
Has, like,
You
a
said
little bit
same
longer
thing, Moose.
nails, too.
I like to tell atheists that science explains how, not why. They tend to get that confused.
Her nails
Yeah,
are
right? Dude, that's
It's
so
like
real.
confusing. Hi. It's a jar of okra. You like okra? You like okra? Honey, this is officially their cat. This is Katniss.
What is that, a female?
Uh-huh. It's
I hope
the
so.
smaller of the two peppers.
We need a boy cat.
Okay.
Are lamenting and complaining synonyms?
We'll
No.
go through,
No.
figure out which ones are boys.
Lamenting and complaining, are they synonyms?
No, for sure not.
Oh, there is a
Lamenting
cow.
carries a much more sorrowful connotation to it.
Like lamentations.
Yeah. Hey, where are you going? No, you don't want to jump on.
We probably should not let you jump off right here anyway. So are you going to be in here for a while?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to complain about that.
Saw that coming.
What are you doing?
Oh, and you'll be.
All right.
I believe you got it. Okay.
Can't miss.
Are you with Katniss or
Honey, you have
Katniss?
a big chunk of black in your tooth right there.
You want to hold her cat?
It's not Drew.
Nailed it.
I know it's not Drew. We'll
I
find
got
Drew.
it. Is tobacco. That's okay.
Download process and the meter.
So yeah, guys.
I
What
bet
are you
that
doing?
kid
Are
loves
you
you.
telling
Loves
me
you,
to
Dad.
see you later?
Baby, you can be in here. I don't care.
He has a cat.
Yeah, sucks for him.
Oh, sorry.
See one of our kittens?
Dad, Mommy said you should help with Ada.
What? I am not necessarily a fan of cats. It is what it is.
I'm not either, but kittens are alright.
Yeah.
Daddy, Mom, inside.
Roasting. I can't.
Anyone's video stop? Well, guys, I'm sorry about that if it did.
Ow.
Hey, do you have your phone charger in here? Matthew?
I do.
Can I use it, please?
It's not very long. So you can use it.
Heard that before.
Did you get a new pipe for me?
Yes, honey. Yeah, what?
Get a new exhaust pipe?
Yes.
Quarterly
Better?
update
Okay.
on the
Oh,
Tractor Tribe.
She doesn't know what to say.
what y'all doing. Nice, Jason. Oh, there it is. MR ducks.
I'm sorry.
Let's see if I can.
I don't know how you guys sit in here with the door closed with the smoke.
Well, the AC's off.
Oh.
All with the smoke.
Sometimes all you can do with the smoking a pancake. Had to plug the fune in. Cheers.
Can I turn this on?
Yeah. Can we put it on like? Yeah. It's it on medium and high. It just dries my eyes out.
Is that alright?
Yeah, that's fine.
Incoming transmission.
Oh, Texas T, you wonderful individual, you. Yeah, we've just got a lot going on. I wanted to be way further than what I am in Enoch on Patreon, but I got sick, and then my wife, well, actually my kids got sick, and then I got sick, and then my wife got sick, and we went through that for like 3 weeks. It was ridiculous. And then of course Moose and his wife and their kids, they were sick for a little while, and man, it just seemed like one thing after another. Basically life was happening. Enoch today was a good read. Thank you, man. Thank you, I appreciate it. Right, that's the plague. It sucked. It sucked to say the least. But we're through it. We're getting things done. I am proactively starting a new schedule. Yeah, I heard that. I hope y'all are doing better though. I'm proactively starting a new schedule to where I will be waking up basically at 5:30 every day. Go spend some time with the Most High, read, do some scripture readings, do Enoch as well. There's a lot that we're trying to perpetuate. And I'd really like to get Patreon and even my subscriber count here on YouTube up. But that's really on my part because I've got to get the content out. There's some stuff that I like to do with like airsoft and airsoft and stuff, and talk about, you know, different things that you know, talk about my gear and my setup, plate carrier, chest rigs, you know, all kinds of stuff. Help you guys with practical accuracy for pistol shooting, for those of you who are wondering. Different training styles, things that you can do to get better, because let's face it, I think it's absolutely important. And I want to actually start doing things that are more on the tactical side of Tactically Torah. You still pull high left. So I can show you this. Hey, did you see that video that I posted on the thread?
Yeah.
You should watch it.
I like it.
It's really good. But I want to show you guys with my airsoft how you are supposed to position your thumb, or rather fix your grip, so that when you actually go to shoot a real firearm, you'll actually be able to operate with proficiency and repeatably hit your target. So when you grip, a lot of people, they grip with their thumb, meaning when they squeeze with their thumb as well, and they'll overlap, or they'll put their hand on top of the other hand. But when you actually grip, what you want to do is have your offhand. This is my left hand, by the way. I know the image is probably inverted for you guys, but you want to put your thumb forward where it's actually running parallel with the slide. And then two, first you actually establish your grip here. And this thumb needs to stay relaxed. You're gripping with your fingers, not your thumb. Because if you start gripping with your thumb, every time you pull the trigger, you're going to turn your thumb, or your thumb's going to push down. And when that happens, you're actually going to push your shot down into the left. So there's that. So that is an actual fix for if you're shooting, or it could actually be that you're actually shooting high because you're aiming, your sight picture here is too high, or rather this airsoft is cleared. You see that sight picture? What you're looking at is your sight picture is probably sitting like that, which is why you're sitting too high, when you actually want something like that, where your 3 dots are in a line, but you're actually shooting off of the front sight post, and you're not actually centering your target off of the dot, but you should actually center your target based off of that top edge. So wherever you want your round to go is where your top edge should be. Something to take into consideration. But again, back to the grip, whenever you fire, you want to take the meat of your thumb here and put that right there, if you can see it, right there in that cavity where you're essentially not able to wrap your hand to grip. The foundation though of this grip is you actually getting your hand as high up on that beaver tail or on the tang of the pistol as you can, because a lot of people shoot like that, and that means that you cannot control as you begin to fire. You're not able to adequately control the recoil of the firearm. So again, high grip, trigger safety, put the meat of your thumb right here, right there. Cant your hand forward, not back, but forward, so that you're able to put that meat on your pistol, and then you squeeze, keeping this thumb relaxed. You squeeze with your fingers, not your thumb. If you can do that and have a proper sight picture, focus on your front sight, not the target, not the rear sight. Focus on your front sight. If you can do that, you should be able to have repeatable rounds on target quite consistently, regardless of the yards you're shooting at. Huh?
We'll do a video.
Oh, we will. We will.
Not to tell you what you're gonna have on your channel or not.
No, we'll absolutely do a video on that. And the reason I'm actually going over all of this is because this is all basic stuff that I've known for a while. But to be quite candid with you, with your high point. Oh man. But to be quite candid with you, I developed bad habits in my grip, which just recently, whenever I'm not thinking about it, actually would show itself whenever I would shoot. And ask Moose, it's been frustrating me a lot lately, because I'd go from like being accurate as can be to I can't freaking hit a target, 3 out of 15 rounds. And he's seen it. It's super frustrating. And come to find out, my problem was that I was actually gripping, whenever I gripped the firearm, with my thumb. Meaning this thumb remains flexed. pulling down on the safety rather than just resting. And I should be gripping with my fingers and not my thumbs. So one thing you'll actually see a lot of pistol shooters do, or competition shooters, is they'll actually have that thumb kind of locked up in the up position, and then have everything else exactly how I showed you, but that thumb is up rather than thumb forward, and you can just kind of allow that thumb to just sit right on the back of your offhand thumb knuckle. And yeah, as soon as I started doing that, it even displayed itself in my dry fires, because I couldn't figure out for the life of me while I'm dry firing why my front sight is doing this. Now I dry fire and it doesn't move, all because of that thumb. So a lot of very little stuff to take into consideration, and we're going to do a video on that eventually. With brass ammo and good cleaning, the C9 works just fine, at least until you can afford a better weapon, right? Because eventually you're just going to have to throw that son of a gun.
There or no gun?
I don't know. High point's pretty bad.
There's a couple of them.
They're not reliable. I suppose it is better than nothing. But anyways. Poor lives matter. Bro, I resonate with that so hard. Like, for my personal circumstances, going from making on a consistent basis almost $100,000 a year to next to nothing. Because let's face it, when you come out of Her My People, that can happen, and it did for me. So, and I'm working on that. The Father's kind of working things out with me, and we're trying to get things figured out, because I want to be an entrepreneur is what I really desire. But I kind of have to have money to be able to do the things that I want to do, and until that happens, you know, hey, here I am, spreading the word, sharing the good news of the gospel. The millennial reign is coming, and the Most High, Yeshua's on his way, guys. And that's actually another thing that I'm going to do, and I've been saying it before, but we're actually going to do a deep dive. Whenever I get my internet here, I want to do a deep dive into the book of Revelation and show you all the parallels of you know, Daniel and Ezekiel and Zechariah and Jeremiah, all these parallels of the end of the age and the millennial reign and the time that is to come. Eric, I know you're ready. You've probably already been diving into all of that. Like you probably know more than me, man. You should be teaching. Tradesman, what's up, bro? How you doing, dude? Hey, what was quick question? What was the animal that you had to take to the vet? He said no. Oh, you're too modest. You're too modest. You're an intelligent individual, bro. You're incredibly intelligent. Just woke up from a nap. Lucky dog. Though it's kind of a late nap, don't you think? At least it is for me. Oh no. Husky? My wife loves how vocal huskies are.
Incoming transmission.
So I just got a message from my wife. She could use help preparing for tomorrow.
Incoming transmission.
She's got to go into work tomorrow. Which she's actually working for Sojourn Gear. Super cool. if y'all don't know what Sojourn gear is, you probably should, because Cody is an incredible individual. But yeah, actually, he makes a lot of, well, not a lot. He makes a few of the pouches that a lot of the bear fat stuff kind of come in from Refuge Medical, like the SOB they make, the inner, the pocket, the arc. Those all come from Sojourn, so it's a really cool thing. Maybe you should get her on some sort of pre and probiotic. Don't forget the fanny pack. Well, the fanny pack is Cody's, like, Sojourn's gear. I'm really only referencing his specific workings with Refuge Medical. Because his Minuteman bag, phenomenal. Lauren actually uses the Minuteman bag as her purse. That's her EDC purse. Easily, probably my favorite thing that he makes, because it's super incredibly high quality. But he's got some. He actually fixed my chest rig about a month ago. I had a buckle break on it. Let him look at it. He took that freaking thing, cut all the stitching, pulled the buckle off, stitched it back up, or put a new buckle on and stitched it back up. And I was like, dude, thank you so much. Because before I just had it tied up with some paracord. What a dry fire was. Dude, you need to teach her how to properly dry fire. Because how else are they going to learn to shoot?
They have a laser thing that you can do too.
Yeah, but even utilizing the laser,
Incoming transmission.
For one, it's not free.
Incoming
Two,
transmission.
it's not everything. You still have to do, you draw from holster, draw from concealment, work your sight acquisition, practice your grip. Even if you're just practicing your grip alone and not dry firing, but sitting there and holding your firearm out and not locking your arms and just squeezing the trigger, just so that you can see that front sight is not moving. Because
Incoming
a lot of the
transmission.
time, whenever you have to really isolate that finger, because otherwise, a lot of the time, see how my thumb is like involuntarily moving? Just those small motions right there. Your trigger finger has to be completely isolated. And it's still moving a little bit. So you have to isolate your trigger finger from these fingers as you're gripping and keep your thumb completely relaxed. Otherwise, that's going to throw off your sight picture. And how is she going to learn all of that and learn to do it effectively and efficiently if she's not dry firing?
It's about to get pretty loud in here.
That's okay. They can get over it. So yeah, had a decent amount of pistol training. She just doesn't understand all the terminology. Gotcha. Jen and Steve's Homestead Shenanigans. Shalom. Hope you are well. Yeah. Oh boy. It's getting a little hard to handle.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Not from this. Unless I have a week up there.
No, that's all coffee. What roast is that?
Medium.
Robust.
It's a lot of coffee. It's 2 pounds.
Oh, that might be why.
Yeah.
Dang near took my breath away for a minute.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys. Whew. Y'all can see what old Moose is doing here, working his roaster. All right. So y'all got anything else for me? Any more questions, or did I answer those questions well enough?
It's mind blowing.
The afterburner is kicking in. Yeah, it is.
Incoming
It's
transmission.
actually just it's cooling the barrel that the beans turn in. 2 cigars burning in a closet, but a coffee roaster takes your breath away. I know, the struggle is real. It's so true. That's funny. Cigar flavored coffee, what do you think? No, the coffee
Doesn't do anything. to
quite
the coffee.
significantly overpowers the cigar smoke.
Yeah.
Easily. Very easily overpowers it. So yeah. And there's no way Man of War Ruination flavored coffee. Well, this is, first of all, that sounds wonderful. Notes of Havana. So we're smoking a handmade vintage 2002 Gran Habano.
Excellent budget cigar.
This is an awesome budget cigar. If you guys are looking for cigars on a budget, this is a good one to look after.
It was a good deal though. They're not normally that cheap.
Oh my gosh. It's a good cigar. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
We used to dip the instant coffee from MREs and put the Tabasco under our eyes to stay at. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with you? Palmetto, dude. Good night. F that. Huh?
I ate a bean. It's pretty good.
Oh, good.
You want a bean? I'll give you one.
I'm not into coffee beans, to be honest with you. I honestly don't understand how my daughter eats them. It makes no sense. Like every other day, she'll come up to Moose and be like, "Can I have a coffee bean?" He'll give her a little baggie of coffee beans. They just sniff me. It's sanitizer now. That's jacked up. Oh, man. Those are good too when you don't have much time for a big cigar. Oh, yes, they do. They do. Matthew and I have had a few of those. They're awesome.
What is it?
The Man of War makes a cigarillo. Cigarillo. The tins that we would buy? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Huh?
I didn't know that.
That they made the Man of War tins? The cigarillos? Like
No, I
the
didn't know
T-52s and League of Bravado number 9s? Yeah. Dude.
No, no.
Yeah, now you know. I thought we even had some.
I don't remember.
Hmm.
Well, the only Man of War I know is the Ruination. Oh, in the Legion. Legion? I think it's the Legion.
Putting dinner away. We are great, by the way. Chicken butchering Sunday. Nice. How many are y'all butchering? I've got chickens I want to butcher because they won't stay the heck out of the frickin' garden. But that just wouldn't be good. Because we're getting 17, 18 eggs a day. Good protein. Really good protein. If you're sitting there smoking Black and Milds thinking that they're going to light you up, you've never had a cigar. Why don't you go get yourself a Camacho, American bourbon barrel aged.
Yes.
That will put you on the floor.
Ask him how he knows.
And I smoke dark cigars.
That 770 though, man. That was a big one.
That's a big cigar. That was like those large Camachos though. It's pretty close to the same size. It was definitely bigger. How much are they? Oh man, those are probably $15 sticks. You could probably find them in a small Robusto for about 10 or 11 bucks. The CAO Flathead 660, awesome cigar. It was rated 95. Black and Mild just remind you of high school years. Yeah. That or Swisher Sweet.
Yeah. Although they do have a natural leaf one. I haven't had.
Yeah, they're not bad in terms of price, but they're obviously not great. They're not a $2 stick, you know, or even a $5 stick. But the quality of cigar that you're getting is incredibly better. Those Camachos are super good quality. Macanudo's pretty good. That's an old brand.
Yeah.
That is a really old. A lot of their cigars are like more mild, kind of like the Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
But I mean, back in the day, that's all they had were mild cigars, and they just really started to figure out how to blend tobaccos and pull out different flavors and such. Hunter Kirk, backwoods cigar for the win.
They're pretty good.
They're better than Swishers.
They're not terrible.
And I am not a backwoods fan. I had a cigar, it was 99 cents for two. Dang. You need to smoke some cigars, bro. Cigarsinternational.com. Get after it. Get you a po' boy sampler.
I would just get like a sample of like 10 cigars. Pay a little bit of money. Have a good
Get yourself a good like AJ Fernandez sampler. Man of War is made by AJ Fernandez. Diesel, Nico Libre, Ave Maria. I believe Ave Maria is made by AJ Fernandez. There's a lot of really good cigars out there. And just about anything by Drew Estate you're going to like.
Incoming transmission.
Kids are not listening to me. Can't afford it. Prepping for World War III. Well, you know, I mean, with just freaking how, like, things are going right now, Nancy Pelosi, she's going off to Taiwan. Her apparently lands sometime around, it'll probably be approximately somewhere in the realm of like 10 o'clock in the morning is over here is when she'll land over there. So there could be repercussions of her even going to Taiwan because China's going to be pissed, and Russia is 100% backing China. Russia and China have been working together for like the last 20 years, getting things figured out. So, I mean, things need to be on your radar for sure. Y'all need to be paying attention to that, because if there are repercussions, or if, like, I mean, for example, her airplane is being escorted by like 15 freaking jet fighters. Like, what's the jet, the F-35 or something?
Yeah.
Gonna be watching at my desk in the morning. Might get a text, hey, send me whatever info you got, Eric. I appreciate you, brother. Although having a few good cigars might be worth the investment. Bro, stock up. You don't want to go through the end of the world without cigars? What a terrible existence. Hey, and if y'all aren't working out, what are you doing? Seriously. Because you're not ready. Tobacco seeds. Hey, have you ever grown tobacco? I'll never want to see that again. You have coffee. Well, if it's not moose coffee, you're wrong.
Hey, prepping buckets are on.
Hey, yeah, actually, check out mooseruncoffee.com, and check out the, what is it called?
Prepping moose.
The
kit.
Prepping Moose. Check that out.
I got ones with roasters and grinders.
You want to...
Check it out. And the roasters right here.
Here, I gotta go attend to my wife real quick because the kids are apparently not listening to Mama. Honey, I'm sorry, I'm on my way. Can you show that off?
Sure.
A little bit of an infomercial here by Moose. Or do what you do.
So I got the Prepping Moose. Comes with hand grinder or hand roaster. These are made in Korea. They're porcelain. It's perfect for roasting over a small fire, just enough for a pot. And they're very, very well made. And then I just got these in. These are hand grinders. Very high end, not cheap. Will last you a long time. That way, if you have supply chain issues, you're not going to need another one for decades. But it's a hand grinder. As you can see, it's a metal burr, so you get a perfect grind, whatever size you want. And yeah, it's pretty cool. You adjust the grind size right on the bottom. Your coffee goes in here after it's being ground. And yeah, so you can make coffee with no electricity. Make cowboy coffee. Or a French press or whatever. But the kit with the roaster and grinder is a 20-pound green coffee kit. It's in a Mylar bag, 2,000 cc oxygen absorber, and it comes in a bucket. And I'll actually show you that. See if I can get it out of here. This is the bucket it comes in. It's got Mylar bags. I don't technically need the Mylar bag because these are food grade buckets, but I like to have that extra protection for the beans, and they'll last at least 25 years, but honestly it could live up to 50 years if you needed it to. But yeah, check it out, mooseruncoffee.com. And then I have a just coffee bucket, which is 30 pounds of coffee. The kind of beans that are in it will vary on what's available on my supplier. Most of the time it's going to be Honduras. It's the best coffee anyway. They have like 1,300 bags of it on the East Coast. And the farmers there really know what they're doing, farming organically, and I'm impressed. So that's where I usually get it. It's my favorite too, Badger. So good. So get yourself some. I got 19 buckets left. 19 buckets left. As they sell, I'll be able to get more and more and more, and they'll do 100, 200 bucket orders. But yeah. Now the awkward silence till Heath gets back. Got any questions? No, the grinders unfortunately are from China. I can't find anything that's made anywhere else, but it is a high-end materials. But it is from China, unfortunately. Right here. You can look these up on Amazon. They're about $70. But yeah, it is. Jingtan Choi. But it's good. And the Heathicus is back.
Yeah. So, with that whole China idea thing, like not everything that's made in China is crap. That's just the thing. Patty Sanchez. Well, how are you, Patty? None of that Wish stuff, though. Yeah, nothing from
No.
Wish. They're looking into it. Gotta try and get to bed. Well, try and get to bed, Michael. Bless you, brother. Shalom. And enjoying the guy banter. Well, I mean, when it comes to women, like you and Sarah Hoskins are the only ones who ever like tune in. And I don't, was Sarah even here before? I think I saw Sarah somewhere. A little bent homestead. Shalom. If I missed you, I apologize. Yeah, I had to go lay down a little bit of the law for Mama. Pelosi said she was going to tie what? She's gonna tie one knot. Not going to Taiwan. That's awesome. Freaking McMikey, you're awesome, dude. Speaking of China, I noticed you're rocking the Olight. I recently switched to Streamlight because I found it very difficult to find holsters that worked for Olights. Yes, I am rocking an Olight. I am actually going to be switching to, here's another airsoft, this exact light here. It is the TLR 7A, this exact weapon light. Mind you, this PL Valkyrie, the Mini Valkyrie, does a great job. It's been a pretty faithful light for a while. But just like you, I can't find anything for it. And what I did have for it, I already wore out. Actually broke one of the holsters. So I wanted something that was more robust, and me rocking the Smith, unless you have somebody out there who's actually making truly custom holsters, you're not going to find it. Streamlight really kind of, between Streamlight and Surefire, they probably have the better lights anyway. I can say that with Streamlight has a better, more prominent hot spot, which when you're taking into consideration weapons handling and manipulation of a firearm whenever you're actually trying to illuminate a target, you want that hot spot because you have to be able to identify. But if you have a more even flush, sometimes, or rather, lack of a hot spot with your weapon light, it can create or cause a difficulty in identification of a target, especially in low light situations. So that is something to take into consideration for sure. But yeah, maybe I can show you guys this. Let it go out. Something. Except the battery life seems limited. No, it's not for. Well, I mean, here's the thing, like if you're using it all the time and you're playing around with the light, don't expect it to maintain or hold that charge. That's just the life of it. Like that's just the reality, rather. So I mean, basically, stop playing with it. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be tied to the freaking charger. Praise Yacht sprinkling. Yeah, we had some good rain this morning and this past weekend. So had a custom holster made for my M2.0 with an Olight Balder. Wow, that smoke was thick.
I could get a filter.
We should get a fan blowing in here.
I don't got one.
You don't got one?
No.
I got one. I got two, but it's loud.
I need a window fan.
Savage Hunter, go take a shower. I'm tired of smelling you. Bless you. Get out of here. Shalom. There was a guy in Alabama. I mean, well, it's not to say, like, there are holster makers out there that do a relatively good job. One thing I can say, though, is if you are planning to rock a holster, such as for like an EDC, try to find something where the Kydex is like a .125 and not a .080. It is exponentially thicker. Yeah, Savvy, I believe, is still doing them, and to my knowledge, his quality's gotten a lot better. In the beginning, his quality was not good. So yeah, something to take into consideration as far as that's concerned. Let's see here. Y'all got anything for me? Yeah, stop playing Star Wars with the red dot. Let's see here. And by the way, I love my Smith & Wesson. It is an incredible firearm. It's truly awesome. It's more accurate than I could ever be. And it's reliable. I've literally had zero problems, zero issues with it. I have had failure to fires, but those were actually due to the ammunition, where the primer is struck, but it just doesn't fire. And I've only had like 2 of those out of the couple thousand that I fired out of this gun. You were referred to him by a brother. Well, that's cool. Is this gentleman who made your holster also a brother? Because I'll tell you, you guys need to be, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do with your money or anything, but if you have an opportunity to support a brother in his business, you should be doing that. You should absolutely be doing that, because he's trying to set himself apart. If it's a true brother, he's trying to set himself apart for he or her and their family. So keep that in mind. It's important. It's important to support small businesses. And I have no skin in the game. I have no small business. I mean, I plan to eventually, maybe, but if y'all provides that opportunity. Man, my subscriber count's gone down. Or not my subscriber, my viewers. My viewers have gone down. Gotta go to bed. Fine, Eric. Like you're
Drink some coffee.
my favorite guy here, and you're just leaving me behind, man. What'd you say?
So drink some coffee.
Drink some coffee. Drink some moose. McMikey! He said he's trying. Where's my damn coffee? Right? Oh, honey, I didn't know you were on here. Well, I mean, you're my favorite everything. But Erica's pretty cool, too. Start Overwatch. Hey, man. You go be a superhero, brother. But get some sleep first. Bless you. You're not a guy. Playing favorites. Hey man, Lone Star, you're right there on the list. You're on the list. Yeah, the Sanctified Network. Yeah. Yeah, Patty Sanchez, she is all woman. All woman. You making K-Cups?
Yeah.
There's something for you guys. He actually hand loads all of his K-Cups. Super awesome. And show him how much you put in there. Versus how much, look at how much is in there. That thing is full.
Oh, yeah. And the filter, I don't know if you can see it, but the filter goes all the way to the bottom of
Yeah,
the cup. Like,
I see
just about. It's like right to here. So it's a lot of coffee goes into it. So you get a full.
Oh, Hunter Kirk, you're on that list. You're awesome. Y'all are legitimate. You know what the coolest part about having a YouTube channel is that y'all are legitimately cool, quality people, and I appreciate appreciate that. I genuinely, truly appreciate that. And why you want to listen to me, I mean, it's cool. K-Cups from Moose are definitely better than K-Cups that go with the Keurig. 100%.
No donut shop here.
Yeah, see, because K-Cups, you're legitimately getting like half an inch of coffee, whereas with Moose's stuff, you're getting like more than double what you would actually get in a legit K-Cup. So that's a thing.
It's been roasted.
Patty said she got her monthly sub last week and she's an addict.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited to see your growth, to see your success on multiple levels. Just seeing how the Father provides and you just keep plugging away.
I'm excited as well. Terrified too.
It's a scary thing. My viewers keep going down. I guess everybody's bouncing out. Does anyone know how Jay Morris is doing? Well, honey, I can just text him. But for real though, does anybody know how Jay Morris is doing? Now I'm curious. Or the biggest ripoff, you're paying like $80 a pound buying coffee like that. Right? Moose Run needs to adapt a powder feeder from a reloading rig to fill those.
Do what?
You need to adapt the powder, a powder feeder from a reloading rig, like an ammo reloader.
Okay.
Because they can actually, essentially, you can put in the exact amount of powder that it drops in with each load.
Ah.
And then you just essentially have that on a turnstile and then load it and it drops the exact same amount every time.
That'd be awesome.
That would be. That would actually be a really cool automated system. He wasn't feeling well. When did you hear that, honey? I apparently haven't heard anything from Jay Morris. I wonder what happened to him. He get like the flu or something? Or like the...
Incoming transmission.
Oh,
Incoming
gotcha.
transmission.
I know. I apparently don't read my emails well enough. The vid, maybe? My wife said they're in the prayer emails. And I don't read enough of my emails. Normally she gets to them before I do, so but I actually don't get a whole lot of notifications on my emails. Oh, I'm on the prayer list. I'm obviously in the Shabbat group. I don't read my emails. Or at least like I should. I've been letting this thing go out too many times. Sit here, babysit a cigar. He said, but read it. Okay, I'm sorry. Jason, I am puffing on a Grand Habano. I'm sorry, Gran Habano, vintage 2006.
2002.
I'm sorry, yeah, vintage 2002 Grand Habano. Moose here got these off of Cigars International on a deal. So that was cool. But they were like a budget deal is what it is.
$2.50 a cigar.
$2.50 per cigar. And it's a really good cigar. I'm enjoying them. This is my second one that I've had. And it'd be better if I could keep puffing on it and stop letting it go out. Yeah, your little piston here popped out again.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Just the way it is.
It's just the way it is. So do y'all have any other questions? I know Moose and Eric, they had really good questions earlier. Anything that's on your hearts, on your mind? Whatever. It's all up to you. Maybe you could do a how-to video with Moose Run on that roaster over a fire.
Yeah, I plan on doing something.
We can absolutely do that. We can do that on my channel. Dude, that should actually be something that is posted to your website
Yeah, I gotta figure that out.
so that there are no questions. Because this roaster is actually pretty legit. Did you show them how to pour the coffee out after it's roasted?
No.
So the way this thing works is so right there, that hole, that top hole, you pour your coffee in there, your coffee beans for roasting, and then you roast it over the fire, and you're able to turn it and such, just kind of like by shaking, doing this number. But whenever you get it to the roast that you need it at or that you want it at, the handle is actually where it pours out from. So that goes all the way down in there. And I know you can't see it, but it's a pretty ingenious design. And I think I like them. But it's gonna be cool actually doing that. We could do it right over here. Set up maybe like a
Yeah, the perfect thing to use is a little propane stove.
yeah,
That's like the perfect size.
like a jet boil.
Yeah, like just a little one. Yep.
Have you seen my jet boil?
Huh?
Need to show it to you. It's legit.
Sounds good.
But we can use that to roast.
Sounds good.
Because a lot of you guys, how many of you have a jet boil in like your bug out bag or something like that? How many of you even know what a jet boil is? There you go. There's a good question. Hunter Kirk, gonna be an interesting week. It absolutely is. I'm gonna be interested to see what happens tomorrow. Woke up for some reason, going to help the wife for a bit. My now 1-year-old has become a toddler overnight and is a handful. Praise Yah. I know how that is. I know how that feels. Yeah. Moose here, he's got a beautiful little 1-year-old. And she can be a handful.
Yes, you can.
She can be a handful. And she's so precious. And I'll offer to pick her up and hold her, and she just clutches my shoulder and the back of my neck and just buries her face into me. She's so precious. Such a sweet little baby. But love it, man. Enjoy it. Cherish it. Because you don't get that for too long, unfortunately. I love kids. I love children as a whole. I love babies. Jay Morris, shalom, brother. How you doing? We were actually just asking about you. How are you? Main reason is I don't pay attention to the emails very often, so please forgive me for that, but I had no clue that something was going on with you, my friend. They're so sweet, but all over the place. Shalom and good night. Well, bless you, Lone Star, and shalom, brother. You're a good brother. See, even Lawrence asking, how are you doing, man? From losing 26 pounds just yesterday? Dang. Everybody wants to know how you did that. Except for me, because I really only need to lose like 10. And then displace with muscle. Yeah, man, that's... It must have been bad if you're... You hear something? Maybe it was just you rolling your chair back. Anyways. Sweating and puking. A heat stroke. Dang, dude. You gotta stay on top of your hydration, brother. Heat strokes are hard, like super hard to recover from. If you don't stay on top of it, like you stay on top of your hydration, once you have a heat stroke, you could have one at any time, whether you're hydrated or not. They're bad. Well, I'm glad you're recovering at very least. That's no bueno. It's not cool. Don't like hearing that. Anyways. Yeah, tomorrow morning we're going to be diving into the book of Enoch some more on Patreon.
Incoming transmission.
On the YouTube, we're going to have Proverbs. Yeah, hydrate or die. Dang, man. Yeah, my goodness. My goodness. Praise y'all for a wife that knows how to do that. That's awesome. So we're going to get into the book of Proverbs tomorrow in chapter 2. And then here shortly we're going to start doing a deep dive into the book of Revelation. And whenever I can, I want to do like some shooting, some training, some informational stuff on that because I'm super interested in it. And if you don't have the capacity for violence, you cannot be peaceful. You're really only harmless. So, because it's a choice. So if you don't even have the capability or the capacity for it, you don't even have that choice. So there's that. But I'm glad you're doing better, Jay Morris. That's awesome. But there's a lot of stuff that I want to dive into and start getting into. Talking. I don't want to be a freaking gear channel and stuff like that, but I've got to figure out a way to grow the channel organically, and I need to include stuff that's a little bit more than scripture, to capture the hearts and minds of individuals worldwide, or just whoever wants to watch. You've had 3 heat strokes this summer and you haven't learned your lesson yet? Oh man. Well, praise y'all for her capability, brother. Praise y'all for that. But anyways, it's actually getting late, close to my bedtime. And
Incoming transmission.
oh goodness. Did y'all hear that? Incoming transmission. I think I'm gonna probably leave y'all for too long. Oh, it's getting smoky in here now.
Yeah, so we gotta lit mine up.
It's starting to burn my eyes.
Sorry.
What have you done to me? Oh goodness. So yeah, that's a little better. Mikey, how are you doing, man? Hope you're well enough. Hunter Kirk, bless you, brother. Have a wonderful evening. Have a good night. And just may y'all bless you, my friend. Okay, it's getting late. I'm tired from waking up so early this morning. My goodness. I'm ready to start working out. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Struggling with some hard times, but okay. It ticks me off that I'm not able to do what I used to, where things have to get done and I'm the only one that can do it, push past where I should. You just have to monitor yourself better. You know? Stop pushing yourself past that point. Doesn't mean that you can't do what you normally do or what you've done in the past. It just means that you have to be smarter about it. Because, I mean, you're not Superman. You're just a man. That's all that is. The Father gave us a brain for a reason. And I'm not saying you're not using it, but you need to be wise about what you're doing. Because the truth of the matter is, we all care about you. And you've got a wife and kids that need you and love you. People around you who love you. So you need to be smart. Take care of yourself. Mikey, you're struggling with some hard times. Yeah, I know of a lot of people who've been having hard times, man. But I couldn't imagine what you're going through. I wish I could help. Sometimes we have to find ways to do what we used to do, but in new ways. You're absolutely right, honey. Absolutely right. We have to improvise and adapt and overcome. Because we're not always going to have the skill and capabilities that we used to have. Sometimes a lot of skills are perishable. Sometimes you're just not going to be as proficient as you used to be. And circumstances are always changing, right? So that's just another thing to throw into the mix. And keep in mind, we have to always look at things objectively. Your mentality is key. Are you just being smart about what you're going through? Perspective is a big deal. You always have to adjust your perspective on whatever your circumstances are, or whatever you're looking at. That's the idea of oodling. You observe and you orient to that, to where you can get the best perspective to allow you to implement action appropriately. And of course, spoke too much, let the cigar go out again. So, guys, I'm going to call it. Bless you, love you. May the Father keep you and keep His face shine upon you, and give you peace all the days of your life. And I truly mean that. I care about you guys. And this world is going through some changes. So, praise y'all for that. Trying to work on farm chores at night, but that messes up family time too. Yeah, man, you gotta learn to balance. Gotta learn to balance. Well, anyways, guys, bless you, shalom. Thank you all for tuning in and enjoying the time with me. I appreciate you all, and bless you, shalom.